Hey, Joe Zarzaur here, talking to you today about what to do after a car wreck. That's what Michelle tells me the topic is today. So, what to do after a car wreck? First of all, your health and the health of the people at the scene are the first priority, so you should deal with that. If that means call 911 and ask for ambulances for the other people, you should do that. You should report the wreck, of course, to 911, and it's important that happens, especially if you're in a busy area, so they can get to the scene and there's no further accidents. Some really, really bad cases that we've handled were not so much the initial wreck, but people walking around another wreck that had already happened. So those are very dangerous places to be. In a roadway, after a wreck, stop where you shouldn't be stopped because it's an active street. So keep in mind, just because you survive a wreck doesn't mean you're out of danger. You're actually in danger because now you're in an active roadway many times, being inactive, which places you at high risk for injury. So, number one, report the injuries of you and the people in the wreck. Report the wreck. Remember, 911 calls are recorded, so you don't want to act, if you have the choice and you have your half of your mind is there at the time, and I know many times you can't control this, but you should remember that what's being said on the recording may come out later, so just keep that in mind. Now, what to do after that fact is all about making sure your rights are protected. The best way to make sure that happens is have the police respond to the wreck and do a report. Many times, other drivers will say, let's just handle this between ourselves. I'll give you my insurance information, you'll give me yours. Let's just take care of it that way. That way, you don't have to wait. We can go about our business. I promise I'll admit that I'm at fault. All this stuff, right? Most of the time, that does not work out. Okay? It's not a smart way to handle a wreck. I know it takes an hour or more to get a wreck report sometimes, but it is worth it. It will save you so much in misery later that it's worth it. So just do it. Wait the amount of time it takes to get a wreck report, get a wreck report. If there are witnesses there, get their names and phone numbers. Don't think that the police is, don't worry about doing that. I'll just pay attention to my car and my passengers, and I'll let the police officer take all the witness information. That is not the best thing to do. The best thing to do is for you to make note of all the witnesses that identified themselves at a scene. And you need to find them if they're not, if you know they're there and you don't know their names. Find their name and their phone number and put that immediately in your phone. You're going to need it later, most likely. Then document everything at the scene. Document your car, document their car, document the scene. Only from a safe area. Don't do it from the middle of the street in an active roadway. Do it from a safe area, but document everything you can at the scene. We then will put below this video, we'll put our car wreck checklist. Those are some things you should do, and they all end with you should hire an experienced lawyer, preferably a board-certified civil trial lawyer that handles these kind of cases, because that is the best way to make sure you don't get ripped off after a car wreck. All right. If you have any questions, you can find us on the web at zarzaurlaw.com, or you can call us at 855-HIRE-JOE. Thank you.